to show you what Shrubs did. Look, the house is getting fixed. I'm really excited about that. But anyway, markets are coming up. I mean, like first Fridays are starting here really, really soon. So I have got to get to work. So I've got all my pigment and stuff out. I am ready to go. I think my music's a hair loud. I'm going to turn it down here in just a second. But it is time to get cracking on some paint. Let's flip the camera. You can see that's what I've got kind of done. I need to get that guy, and then that'll have all the basics, enough for what I need right now. But then I've got to mix quite a few more to get going. What is down? Let me get my camera set. There we go. Hopefully we've got sound. Hopefully it's all working. I'm watching my camera slowly sink. Ah. Okay, hold on. Let's take her out of the tripod and let's get it. Tightened up here. So hopefully it won't sink more. Okay. Fixing the camera. Still. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, let me get a coin so that I can get this done. Be right back. Okay, got my quarter. I can fix this. That is hilarious. Okay. Boom. Okay. Hi. Can I tighten this back up? There. That should hold now. We got my daughter just seconded. Have we got anything in the mail? I don't think so. There we go. Okay. That looks pretty good. Right there. I'll be able to read chat from here. I've got my magic quarter for things. Let me text my daughter back really, really quick and just turn down the volume. And we will make the paint. Okay, there we go. We are ready now. So today's first color is not that super exciting. We're going to be working with barite. Barite's cool. It is a white, but it's really good for blending. One of the things you'll run into, and I'll pull this guy over here. Titanium white is a great bright white, but it overpowers quite a bit. Hi, Lena Art. Welcome in. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Titanium white is really, 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 I like to think of it, it's really loud, because it does come in and take over. Barite is great for blending, that it doesn't overpower the other colors so much. So it's the reason why both, I need to get just a little bit more for the project I'm going to be working on, where I'm making sample cards. So rather than having to purchase, 6 colors at a higher price point, I'm going to have like a sample card of 12 colors that, right at $5. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be working on, is getting enough paint that I can do the little cards with the little dots on them. I've got them already printed, which is great. Like, we have a great local printer here, which is a lot of fun. So to be able to go and get them to do it. So how much do I need? How much do I have too? That's like, this guy needs to go in there, order more. To say I'm debating how much I'm going to do. I think we're going to do a full, I'll do a half teaspoon. That means 2/4 teaspoons of this. There we go. There is a half teaspoon. I don't need a lot of paint. It's one of those, I'm trying not to use up everything. Oop, bumping the thing, but just to use a little bit. Let me know. I'm gonna actually chat. Hold on here. Can I chat? Why can't I chat? Okay. That's really funny that I can't chat. Okay, I'm gonna have to chat from my computer. We're gonna go real quick all the way back to the study. I'll take you with me so you're not bored. We're gonna chat real quick. Let me know if you can hear me. Because we've had trouble with sound. Actually, I can pull it up right here and know in just a second. Can you hear me? Up right here. Yes, we have sound. Cool. Okay. That's what I just needed to double check real quick. Okay, back here. Look, there is the beautiful stain for impression blue. I thought the lid was on when I was putting it away. Back into the kitchen. Back in here, and now we can work. Okay, I've got sound. I've had 2 streams for some reason not have sound, so that is why I was concerned with it. There we go. You guys don't have the legs of the tripod now showing. Let's get to paint making. That's why you guys are all here. You're not here to hear me blab and blab and blab. So let's make the paint. Look at that right there. This is my watercolor medium. There are a lot of recipes you can find out there for it. Mine is my own proprietary blend, so I won't be giving like amounts of that. What's exactly in it. I made another batch today, so as this jar is reaching its end, I will have plenty and not be without when I need it. So now that we've got that, let's combine these guys. So basically, watercolor paint is combining a pigment into a binder. I use guar as my binder. Some people use gum arabic. And that is what's in my binder, my medium right there. There's a couple other things. I do not use honey just because it's a little cost prohibitive. I use vegetable glycerin instead. It provides the same effect. But you're suspending pigment molecules in this liquid. Then you let it dry, so the water evaporates out. The binder still sits with the pigment, and that's what makes it into a paint. Sometimes, like with oil paint, the binder is the oil. Acrylic paints, it's the acrylic medium that's used. I do not make acrylic paints. Kind of my whole thing here is it's no petrochemicals and no plastics. And acrylic paints basically, it's cool. It's like really cool chemistry. You're basically making a plastic on your canvas. Now, barite, with all of its lovely properties, is one that takes a little while to mull. We'll be mulling for a moment here. Let me get my sleeve out of the way. It's chilly here. I wanted to wear a sweatshirt. I was like, I feel like my sleeve keeps getting in the way a little bit. I have not gotten paint on it yet. Have gotten it wet several times while I've been washing things. 'Cause I've already done several batches. I did Mars yellow and Mars orange and chromium green already today. So this is batch number 1. Well, I did Mayan red too. So let's see. This is batch number 5 already today. Moving pretty fast. Thanks everybody for the likes. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful Wednesday. The weather here right now is very gray. Look like we're going to get a little bit of rain. Fortunately, we are warming back up. We have been so cold, hence the sweatshirt. Um, like we actually saw a little bit of snow. It fell. It did not stick. Let me clarify that. But we had a tornado come through like really close to our house on Sunday night because we went from like 75 to 30. And when you have big temperature shifts like that, typically there are storms involved. And sure enough, that happened. So that was part of our excitement Sunday night. It was unexpected because it looked like we really weren't getting, while there were storms around, it didn't look like we were going to get too much of a storm. That we did. Fortunately, we had no damage at our house at all. One street over, there were several trees down. I am thankful to not have to deal with that. We literally are just finishing getting some larger repairs done on our house from the last big storm that went through. That's why I showed you guys the ceiling earlier, letting you guys see that is getting fixed. Shrubs is awesome. So see how this is starting to combine. Still a little chunky. Gonna get those chunks out. I am trying to go live at least once a week, Wednesdays for sure. Doing just what I'm working on. I was trying to like create other content, especially during kind of my paint making break, because that's just the way the year flows. But now that it's back in this, and it'll for sure be on Wednesdays. Sometimes other days when I'm just here doing stuff that can stop and chit chat and let you guys see how that works. But yeah, first market, it's already here. Spring is just around the corner. Hope everybody had a great St. Patty's Day last night. Um, Let me know in chat. What did you do anything? Did you at least wear green? Shrubs and I went out and had a wonderful dinner here in town to celebrate. He had a bonus day off, so that was also pretty sweet that he and I got to kind of have a fun play day. This is starting to come together. I think I'm going to bring it in. I'm going to scrape it in and do one more big, just to kind of make sure there's no hidden clumps hiding in here. Get it really nice and smooth. I forget how quick smaller batches mull up since I'm not making half pans of these. I don't, although, ooh, I don't have enough half pans right now, but I could go ahead and make the paint. I'm thinking about this. If I have enough pigment, like some of these, I have plenty of pigment to make half pans. I only have one more lake I'm gonna make, and that's dandelion. I'm still waiting to get enough dandelions in the yard to do that. Um, they came in mode today, which I hope will help kind of send dandelion production into overdrive. And I only gather them from my yard due to the fact that I know there's no chemicals sprayed on them. My direct neighbors don't spray with chemicals either, so let's get that right there. There we go. But yeah, hope everybody just it's such a nice day today. I mean, it may be gray, but I don't mind working. I'm having a pleasant day. Let's put it that way. Work has gone smoothly. Even if the sun isn't shining, the tank is clean. Get my little Finding Nemo reference. We quote that a lot. The sun is shining, the tank is clean. The tank is clean. Okay, let's scrape this puppy back in. Clean my molar off. Scrape. Scrape. There we go. Scraped away. But yeah, I'd love to know what everybody's doing today. Got quite a few of in here. If you are new, hi, I'm Elizabeth. I have been a creator on YouTube for almost 10 years. Tell me that's not crazy. Typically did color pencil content, but now wanting to get into making my own art supplies. Hi, Lottie. Lottie is barking right now. If you hear her in the background, that's my sweet little puppo. Um, After I kind of saw how much plastic was involved in art supplies, and so the best place to start is with watercolors and gouache. So that's where I've started making those. I enjoy this like process. Like it's funny how much I enjoy this. Like I found that I love this like more than creating art. So I enjoy it quite a bit. So if you're interested in those types of things, like, subscribe, all the things. I do have my chat set to where you need to be a subscriber to be able to chat just because it's me and I can't moderate. Way too much mayonnaise. That's funny. Thanks, Jeffrey. Oh, that's funny. If for those of you who are new, it's barite, pigment, and watercolor medium. But yeah, that would be oh, I just oh, that gave me like like visceral feelings. Thank you for that. Like what that would like yeah, oh. Welcome into the chat. Hey, like man. But yeah, okay. There we go. This guy looks so nice and smooth. It is ready to go in its bottle. Let's get ready. I do use plastic bottles to hold it because I need to be able to squeeze, but I reuse these all the time. Hi, Maple Goober. Welcome in. And Crayoland 126. Guys, I really hope you're having a great day. It's cloudy, it's overcast, but it has been a good day here. Um, so we're gonna scrape this in. Again, not mayonnaise. So I really enjoy making paint. I think it's a lot of fun. Uh, and I'm looking forward to so I started looking into like what it takes to make like art, like crayons and pastel sticks, that kind of thing. Because I knew that it's not compared to what I've already got supply wise, it's not a huge switch over into those. So I'm looking into that. So once I kind of get this line finished, I'm looking forward to getting into those too. So those will be added in. Now this is a teeny amount of paint because I'm just making to do sample cards. I don't need a ton of paint. So let's put this in here. Okay, so barite will be done. And for those of you who weren't here when I was talking about barite, barite is a really fun white in that it's not super, I like to say it's not super loud. Titanium white kind of takes over when you blend with it, kind of like the Prismacolor white crayon or white color pencil. If you know how that one behaves, this is a softer white. So if you're wanting to blend, it's a lot more subtle for blending as a paint. So there's a place for both of these in there. But guys, I really hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. I see a ton of you guys here right now, which is super cool. Hope you guys just get to enjoy this. If you could hit the like button for me, that would be greatly appreciated. It's an easy, free way to support the channel. Tap, tap, please double tap. Thank you, Big Irv. Especially if you like this type of content. I'm here, I'm working, making my paints. I really do like making paints. It's a funny little thing. Don't eat the mayonnaise. Yeah. Yes, do not eat this mayonnaise. It is labeled. It says barite watercolor on it. I have gouache as well. That's why each one of these has the WC. I try to like do my labels in different colors so that the gouache is green, watercolor is blue. Lake pigments are pink, so I kind of know which one is which. But okay, we're gonna move over to the sink. Reminds me of my mom's art sink. Oh, I enjoy getting to make. I enjoy it. We're gonna go to the sink now, guys. Exciting sink content. Double tap if you like sink. Gotta clean the materials. Uh, no, funny to me, like this cut. The cleaning part of the day. So I gotta clean this off. We're gonna do purple next. So everybody, you are down for some ultramarine violet. Give that double tap. Give us a like. It'd be super, super cool. I have to clean all of this between every color. That's normally why I do larger batches, but since I'm only doing sample cards, I don't like having a lot of paint sit around that's not uh it's like containers, like drying in a half pan or in the palettes, just because I don't want it sitting that much. These are natural. They do have, I use clove oil to help with, okay, no idea. Sorry. I use Streamlabs to help. No idea. It must have thought it was a link. I'm so sorry. I have to use Streamlabs because again, it's only me and I try to catch it. So sorry about that. I'm gonna let those dry for just, oh, I didn't clean my teaspoon. We got to get that clean. But I'll leave you guys on the table. You behave over there for a moment. Okay. So we can chit chat for just a second while we let everything dry for just a moment. So, all right, it's done. Here's our next color, ultramarine violet. I think it's a really pretty color. PV15. It is a synthetic inorganic. Right there. So let's go ahead and we will write ultramarine violet. The only things I have that write on these labels, I'm not trolling. I think I'm funny. Others sometimes LOL. Well, welcome. I'm glad you're here and chit-chatting with us today. I use these Sharpies. I got the weird tip, and trying to write with these is so difficult, but they don't rub off. And I tried using gel pens because I have some gel pens in the other room, and they just rub off of these. So we're gonna do ultramarine violet. And this is a watercolor. Let that dry for a moment. And this is one that I have not made yet in watercolor. I have it in gouache. It's in the gouache line. But yeah. Here, while we're waiting, I'll go ahead and show you guys the dot cards. We will walk over. Say hi to Lottie. She's chilling by the fire today, living her best puppy life. I can go ahead and show you guys these. So you can see I got the brights here. It was interesting that I had to do, I wanted to do 12s, and typically I have these in sets of 6. I don't know how I'm gonna get that guy in this. Yeah, the Sharpie, I do have a couple of those in the other room. I got them after I'd already started my organizing system, Big Irv. So so it was one of those, it's like, I'm not gonna redo them all. But I think it would probably work on these. Let's go ahead. Guys, it's gonna be so clean. This is gonna look so clean. Look, it's so clean. So clean. We will put our little label on. Here comes the label. So my other purple that I have is this guy, which is one of my favorite colors, manganese violet. So you see it is the I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying to get good here for an angle for you guys. You can see that this one is a lot more blue. This one's a little more magenta of a purple. So they are definitely occupy different spaces right here as far as pigments go. Pretty cool color. I this is again, one of my favorite colors. I also really like, where are you? It's gonna look really magenta in the bottle. Where did you go? Actually, it looks really red. It comes out a lot more pink, the alizarin crimson right here too. I like that one a lot. Let's show you guys Mayan red. So Mayan red, I did that one earlier. It is an actual, like, the Mayan pigment. It's made the same way, like the way they used to make it using the clay and combining. It has a very different texture because of that. Almost feels a little gritty, but something cool to get to work with, just because it's like it is that actual, like, what the Mayans used. I want to be able to get Mayan blue, but right now it's hard to source. And I'm not in a potential that, or in a space where I can make my own Mayan blue. Yeah. My mom just bought the paint remixed. That's interesting. Paint premixed, yeah. I wanted to start doing my own. So in my mediums, and also within the pigments I'm choosing ones that aren't petroleum derived, meaning, the alizarin crimson is as close as I get because it is still from coal tar byproducts. And I'm like, okay, if they're making this anyway, why not use the byproduct? And it's the closest to a magenta, so that when you're mixing colors, you have something in that area. But I didn't want to use petroleum derived pigments. And so that's why you'll see synthetic inorganic, but if you see synthetic organic, you have to be careful because that's normally petroleum derived. So what I wanted to do with my pigments, I thought it would be a neat way to be able to do it. Something a little different, small batch. I don't have delusions that, like, I'm going to become the next big art supply company making art supplies. No, I want to help and work with, like, local artists, which I'm getting to do right now. Providing them I'm refilling my coffee if you heard things. See, today's mug is not Abraham Lincoln, by the way. It is. Bear with me. And it's been actually really neat getting where I am. I'm in Columbia, Tennessee, if anybody didn't know that. So let's go ahead and get this set back up. I'm going to get my bits to save having much dry. Um, and I'm active with the Columbia Arts Council here in town, getting to know my other artists. Just found out yesterday they're doing something cool. I admire your mix, yeah. And I'm gonna go text him real quick and say, I'm live, silly. There we go. He'll hop in chat here in just a second. LOL, hi. Shrubs, you missed it. We had like 50 people in here earlier. It was a little crazy. I'm not used to that many people in my lives. Like the numbers we're at right now are my normal. I was gonna ask, that's awesome. You have support. I do. Great community. And that is probably the number one thing I can like say that is super important for everybody is creating in a vacuum stinks. Like it is one way to really, really, really like hurt yourself as a creator. Um, being around with others and so I'm thankful for that community here. Okay, let's go with purple now. And I am doing a larger amount due to the fact that we don't have any in this bottle. So we're gonna up the ante. Let's go with, I'm gonna do a full 2 teaspoons. Are you guys ready? That's like a lot. It's gonna look like a lot more than the mayonnaise earlier. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna have to kind of tap into here. Sorry guys, I am trying to do this so you can see well. I am right-handed. Okay, there's one. Two in there. Pink and blue. No, I have got certain colors I need to mix today. And one of the things we need to not do, I'm gonna just remove your chat there, is we don't want to share our ages online. That is a bad idea. So that's cool though that that's your sister and you. So I am doing purple, so that's like pink and blue combined here. Yeah, I have certain colors I have to mix for what needs to be made for getting ready for market. It's not just whatever colors I feel like today. Ultramarine violet is one of them. So there was two teaspoons of pigment. Here is 2 teaspoons of medium. No worries. I know a lot of people are coming in here right now, and I'm more than happy to share what I'm doing because not a lot of people out there make paint. So, and not that many creators who are probably live doing it as well. Tap, tap, tap. It's just like everything. We've got a thick liquid and you're trying to get it out. It likes to stick. So I think I need to adjust just a little bit. There we go. Okay, let's mix her up, guys. I think pigmenting is really cool. It's super enjoyable to do. I've looked at it. So a couple of live streams, and you can guys want to go back and look at them. You can. I was making my own pigments from literally weeds that I picked in my backyard. And I'm waiting to get enough dandelion to finish kind of which ones I want to have ready with dandelion and seeing what colors they would make, which is very different. Double tap. Thank you, Figure. Super, super cool of you. But I've found like such enjoyment in creating this. And the fact that I have a community that they're actually excited about what I'm making, and super supportive, knowing that I'm making these for them to get to try. So let me right here. I'm gonna pin that's a great question. What is the medium? So this is watercolor. So the medium is right here. You can go online and go and find tons of recipes for for watercolor medium. And so I'm not going to go through exactly what all's in there. Mine is my own proprietary blend let's say that I like researched, like that is actually the 14th one that I made before I finally found one that I liked the way it behaved. So yeah, warming up your lunch. Welcome back, shrubs. So that is what that is. So yep, watercolor is what I'm making here. Oh, and if you didn't know, I do have swatch charts available over on Etsy for color pencils. If you are here, like a lot of my other content for color pencils, they are there. I'm working on a larger one right now. Do you guys want to know what it is? It's a big surprise, but maybe I'll share it with you guys. You know what? If we can get 20 likes on this video, I will share the big surprise and what I'm working on. How does that sound? I'll make a deal with you guys. Okay. So you see this? Isn't this a love? I just like think this is such a pretty color right here. Oh, we're up to 16. 4 more and I'll share the big surprise. Get inspiration? I think so. Um, Sometimes I don't know if anybody else like for me is like me as a creator. Sometimes just seeing a pretty color can be inspiring. You know, I don't know the number of times where I've seen color combinations in a sunset and be like, okay, that's really cool. And I used to even collect uh travel and leisure magazines because their color combinations on the covers are like super cool and great inspiration to me at least. So that's a funny one. Okay, 20 likes. You guys, wow. That happened fast. Okay. We're gonna take a side trip really quick. You can try later to make your color. Sadly, I don't have any more kids in the house. Mine are all adults. It would be adult labor at this point. Okay. We're gonna go into my other room right here, and I'm gonna show you guys. Look, number one, this was the paper I used to make it. The scanner was out, and it was scanning things. We're gonna come over here to this side of the desk. I'm gonna show you what we were scanning. Guys, this is every single Crayola pencil that I own. Okay, on these sheets, including my set from the 80s and 90s right here. Like, I don't know for sure if it was gotten the later 80s, early 90s. It's just my vintage set of 36. So that I could compare and see. So you guys saw that. So I'll keep talking now. We'll go back to paint mixing. So that I could compare what like colors have changed and that type of thing. Because I noticed when I did the Crayola ones, that I was the new world's favorite colors, that there was some difference in some of the colors. So I wanted a number one, see what is average variance in a in a Crayola color pencils. But yeah, 52 in production. That's funny. And what basically variation within them, what am I looking at? Their standard statistical variation. Sounds exciting, right? So I have scanned them all in now, and I use Affinity. I'm using their Affinity photo to then smudge all the colors together to get one average in each one of those little things so that I can get a hex value. And once you have hex values, you can use math. And you can make fancy math in a spreadsheet. And ChatGPT honestly will give you the code to do it. I am not that smart. So that I can see what the standard variation is, what deviation is occurring within the colors. Once I have all of that down, I will get to know, are these actual different colors, etc. Next, I'm going to be creating a master list, one giant swatch chart of all of the Crayola pencils currently available on the market. I am also going to work to compile for all of those collectors out there a list that will have every Crayola color pencil on it that has ever been offered. Okay, I'll see you back in a moment. Ayla, Ayala, I think. Oh yeah. I'm trying to say this. If I am saying it wrong, I am so sorry. Blob. No, it is a blob. It's not. Be right back. It kind of, okay. It kind of looks like Grimace, doesn't it? In the color. So that is the big news that is coming. I am working on it because I don't take time off in the evenings. I just work. Anybody who owns their own business understands that for sure. So anyway, I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. As I've said before, it is cloudy and it is not raining outside, but it is a lovely day here. I am inside. I am dry. I am getting to make paint and hang out with you guys. Finding color over the difference. Oh, definitely. The hard thing is I cannot for sure say that my color wasn't the same 20 years ago as it is now, and it's not age that has caused oxidation on the pencil. I tried to sharpen each one of them so it was a fresh sharpening. There is difference for sure. I do know color theory, Wisteria. I enjoy it greatly. I had a great fun time. So last year I got I got it at the end of 2024 to read for 2025. It was like one of my Christmas presents to myself. I got a great book from it's published by the Smithsonian on color and history, and all of the different color theories. The color I would not recommend it. It would not hurt you with what's in it. I would not recommend it because it would taste awful. And I enjoyed, like, because it went historically, like even going through like back to ancient Egyptian palettes and all of that. And it was such a great book. Super, super, super enjoyed it. So this is Ultramarine Violet right now. That is the color I'm working on. I've almost got all the clumps out. I need to bring it back in and mull it back out. I'm just being lazy and kind of keep going. Let's bring it in. You guys want to look at it up close? Whoa. Okay, back in. Okay. Scrape, 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 scrapey scrape. Clean off the muller. Set it down. Scrape this off now. Feels a little thin, but it'll be okay. That looks like the frame for a Bob Ross tree, like the your musher mixer. Probably. Yeah. What color am I making? How do I feel about pink as a color? I like hot pink and magentas, Fanta. The closest I have, just because, okay, if you guys, history of pigments. Do you guys want some history of pigment content? We're at 21 likes. If we get to 25, I'll give you some history of pigment content. We will get into chemistry. It'll be fascinating, I promise. So hit that like. 22, we're getting there. We will get into some chemistry. Because pink and magenta and red. Oh, there's some stuff going on there. Okay, 23 likes. I'm gonna have to go get some stuff for this. We will do. I regret I can only sub and like once for my. Thank you. I appreciate that. We're at 23 likes. 2 more. We may have to take a field trip because I have something else that's really, really interesting. Haven't made paint, but I can sit and mix up swatches for hours. Oh my gosh, I love swatching too. I really do love swatches. So super fun to do. I have a lot of swatch content if you haven't seen that on here. I was making it to go along with the Etsy because I thought, okay, if I got this product, it would be cool to have a video to play and swatch along with. That was literally, I did not think that content was like going to be like YouTube algorithm busting. I didn't make it for that. But the best place to host it was on YouTube. So I have a bunch. Really make paint. It is not hard to make paint. It really isn't. And I could say that like for a home, okay, let's see here. I'm going to show you guys a label. Oh, it doesn't, it has the color name. It doesn't have the natural pigments. I'm going to show you guys. Will it focus on it? It is not wanting to focus. Right there, natural pigments. Look them up. They have paint making kits. It is not expensive compared to a lot of art mediums to get into. I'm realizing I need to swing around here a little bit, get a better view for you guys. There we go. It really isn't that hard. I used to love to practice video doing hydro dipping. Okay, that's interesting. No, that is a medium, spray painting, that is fascinating to me. Totally not the way my brain works in creating. The people that can understand like all the different nozzles, how well they work and everything is like, do I sell my paint? I do sell my paint. I only sell it currently at in-person markets. So if you are in the Nashville, Tennessee, Columbia, Tennessee area, I will be at every first Friday this year in Columbia. My goal is to be able to sell online, but what I have run into as a smaller creator is packaging is right now at my size and scale prohibitively expensive. So I'm working to get sales up and other revenue up so that I can move into that market. So are we at 25? We're at 24, guys. 25 likes, and we talk about red and pink and oh, all of this beautiful stuff. Okay, we're there. Okay, we're gonna take a field trip real quick, guys, because I think we need to start with one thing in particular if we're gonna talk about red pigments. And you guys need to be ready for this. So I'm gonna have you guys facing down. Look here, I'm gonna cover up the camera. I am getting a specific paint, okay? So that you guys can see it. I'm moving over to my black table so it'll be easier to see. Okay, we're at the table. I want you guys right now to think about what color of pigment you think you would get from beets. Pigment, not dye, pigment. These are different things. I know we can't see clearly. You need to envision a color. I'm getting ready to reveal it. This is the color that I got from beets right here. So exactly. It is like the most boring beige, right? Red pigment is notoriously fugitive, meaning it doesn't like to stay. We have trouble with Van Gogh paintings because of fugitive reds. And typically the only stable ones are found in ochres, but you don't get like a true red or a magenta out of that. Think about your different ochres. Like Venetian red would fall under that. Pozzuoli, Ercolano reds. So those are reds. Okay. But to get into that magenta where that purple is, typically the only pinks that they had historically came from madder lake. Means, and by lake, that shows that it is a typically like a plant-based pigment. So they harvest it. Madder is actually from the roots of the madder plant. And then you add a mordant, just like you're making dye, but then a precipitate to make it into a pigment. Okay. That one stays pink, but If you've ever worked with that, you know that it has one tiny problem. It is not light fast at all. Not light fast. Like it fades quick. It's really difficult. And so the reason is because of the or the chemical purpurin that's in it. And for those Minecraft out there, it looks a lot like purpur, like you get in the end. Again, same root base there for the name. It is notoriously fugitive. So, you're into tattoos. Red and pink are the hardest color. Yes, I totally think. Yeah. It is the pigments right there. So what they were doing is you have two colors. And again, let me pull this guy right here. The two parts in paint, alizarin and purpurin, that work together to create those. So that is the whole reason. So if you want to do more research on that, I will let you do more research, but there we go. That is our chemistry lesson today for that and why reds and pinks are such a pain in the butt. Okay. We get to fill it. It will now be purple in here. Okay, let's get this guy here. Trying to set up so you guys can see well. And I've been having fun just seeing what different things make. It's been a lot of fun in this little fun journey, and I get to play science experiment in my kitchen with it. I had beets, so I'm like, let's see what beets do. And I thought maybe I would get red. And we were joking about this last week in the live stream. Um, because people have been making paints and pigments and know all kinds of cool stuff and what will make a good pigment and what doesn't, right? Been doing it for thousands of years. Our first synthetic pigment, by the way, came from the Egyptians. That's how old. Ancient Egyptians. But I was like, ooh, maybe beets. Maybe I'll find something really cool there. And I joked. I said, well, I guess we know why now that nobody ever made beet paint. They figured this out thousands of years ago, and I'm finding it out today. I gotta go to work. No, oh my gosh. And do my best impression of someone who's responsible. I get that. It's been fun. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Have a wonderful time, Fanta, at work. I hope that I tell this to my young adult children. I hope it is the right amount of busy. Because we all know that, like, not busy enough and it's really, really boring, too busy and it's stressful. But the right amount that makes the time pass quickly is always lovely. So do you have alcohol in my missing base? No. I do not use any alcohol in it. The biggest ingredient is actually spring water that I source locally from a spring here. So it doesn't have any chlorine or anything extra in it like that. It comes out of it. This new paint is scary. Oh my God. Like lead and arsenic. Yes. Oh, the arsenic dyes in clothes and in wallpapers and everything else is like, ah. Um, reading things too that people do with like lead white like was used so much. I mean, it was a dirt cheap pigment, but like highly dangerous to make. Yeah, lots of interesting things out there when you get into the history of it. If you guys don't follow Brush with Becca, she is another paint maker out there. She's way bigger than me, and she is so like her knowledge base and everything is amazing. She did a whole thing with uranium and uranium pigment because people thought that was a good idea too. I mean, you guys know the story. At least I'm assuming that you guys know the story of the uranium girls back in the day. They were helping to paint watch faces so that they would glow, and they were licking their brushes, and it was uranium paint, like or radium. Maybe it was radium. It was a highly radioactive material, one of the two. And needless to say, the workers were dying and a couple of them finally lived long enough to, yeah, the radium girls. Yeah, radium. And just what they would do, they had to live long enough to bring the case. That is what's crazy to me. The owners of the thing were like able to like skirt the law because the girls, most of them died before. Like, yeah. Oh my gosh. Terrifying. And there's a lot of times where I wonder, I'm making a mess. You know, what are we going to find in our life today that's like that? I mean, I think kind of the most recent thing is microplastics in the world. Terrifying forever chemicals, you know, that kind of stuff. Yeah, just all of that, like, ugh. Okay, that'll be enough for what I need right now. Again, debating. I think I do want some half pans of this. Okay, we're gonna take another field trip real quick, guys. You guys ready for a field trip? Hey, Karen, welcome in. Okay, we're taking a field trip to see how many half pans I have currently made. Oh, here's more beet pigment right there. Okay, guys, we have one. I'm gonna hold off on making more ultramarine violet than today. We may revisit it because I've only got one pan ready. My pans are cast plaster. In case anybody's wondering, they are not plastic, so I have to make my own. So we will call this good enough for today. I got plenty more pigment, so I can make more later. So that means it's a time for a sink fill trip. Welcome in, Yerby. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Says you hate everything. I hope you're not hating this. Sink content again, guys. We get to clean. Because we're going to make Victoria Green next. I always have to be super careful right here. I have cut my finger cleaning this guy before. Metal is sharp, kids, in case you didn't know. Metal is sharp. I'm not gonna be able to reach out for just a second while I'm rinsing all of this. But I hope you guys are all having a great day. Rainy and gray. But I am inside nice and dry, and I'm getting to hang out with you and make paint. So it has to be a good day, right? It's definitely a good day. Let me get this cleaned up here. Rinse, 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 rinse. Like I got a little bit on my sleeve. Good thing I'm wearing a black sweatshirt. This is one of my cozy sweatshirts today, guys. I have 3 cozy sweatshirts that are all black hoodies like this, and I love every one of them. Okay, awesome. Okay. Let's get ready. So the next color, let's talk about the next color real quick while we're letting everything dry. The sun is finally shining. Oh, I did see, Karen, that one of our mutuals sent a picture of snow. So anyway, Victoria green right here. It is a very soft green. Like, watching it fall and tumble. I like it. It is not super opaque. So great for washes. Great for tinting a red, as well as for like flesh tones and stuff to get that. If you pair that puppy with Venetian red, you're able to get some pretty good flesh tones. So in case you were wondering on that color, I'm also going to need to make Venetian red. So okay, warm up my coffee real quick while I'm sitting here. Oh, we got to make the label. Label time, guys, for Victoria Green. Let's get you guys right back over here. Victoria Green. watercolor. There we go. Let that dry for a minute, warm up the coffee. But we saw some small flakes fall. It was never going to accumulate or do anything like that here. You're at a higher elevation though, so I'm not surprised that you guys saw enough to actually have it land on the ground. I can't imagine the roads were super cold. So yeah, we're rainy today, and that's okay. Again, I'm nice and dry inside. So I did turn on the little fireplace for Lottie. I have an electric heater, so she is getting to sit in front of the warm little fireplace blowing on her right down there. So I adore my little dog. Guys, this is amazing. You guys have been great today. Thank you guys for stopping in and hanging out with me while I work and make paints. Getting ready for that first market, First Friday. It's coming up. It's April 3rd, will be the date. So on that, do I need to clean anything else? I need to clean this guy. I think. Which one did I use? This one. This one had pigment on it. I got to clean it off. Victoria Green going to be doing a larger amount too. It looks like I'm going to have to get some half pans cooking here in a little bit too. So there is that ready. Okay, time to get bits out of the drying rack. Make the next paint color. Muller dry. Palette knife drying. Palette knife 2 drying. And glass plate drying. And here we go. Let's keep moving everything, and I like have to reset. At least all of my supplies reset pretty easily. Here we are with Victoria Green. I'm gonna do the full teaspoon again with this. Actually, we'll do 2 teaspoons. Heavy rain near my location right now. There's 1. 2. There's that done. Make my little volcano well. And let's throw in the super secret sauce. And you do not need to adjust your color there. It is actually this kind of shade of green. Drip, 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 drip. Okay. Now we get to combine this guy. This is it is an interesting color. It's super soft. It's transparent. So again, great for blending, especially with Venetian red and working to get a good skin tone. Skin tones are one of the most interesting things I think to figure out because in painting, because there's so many shades in all skin tones. Like it's not just like one Crayola color makes a skin tone. And you have to layer to get it typically. Like it's not, even if you mixed a perfect color, it's somehow layering colors creates the best. It's a fascinating thing. I do not like draw people. I like to draw plants. And I like to like deconstruct sometimes the idea of plants and landscapes I see into like super basic shapes. Mix, 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 mix. If you cannot handle scraping sounds, I will say that paint making is probably not the hobby for you. There are a lot of scraping sounds. Welcome back, Kirby. Okay, let's get ready to mow. Sometimes I feel like all I'm doing in life is going in circles. If you're watching the stream, you probably feel the same way. Just keep going on the stream. I was just drawing. Oh, awesome. What were you drawing, Yerby? Character named Astro. Cool. Is Astro a person or an animal or both? It's kind of cool when you're making your own characters. You can do what you want. I'm already done now. Cool. The Jetsons dog. Oh, here. Typically with the name Astro, you know, anticipate something with space. Um, this pigment is making, it's like, it sometimes different ones vacuum a little bit with your Muller. This is one that's doing that. You kind of see it, like suddenly it'll make my plate jump a little bit. They like vacuum seal to each other. It's typically a good sign you don't have clumps when they're just doing that, but okay. Oh, we've been live. Okay, a little over an hour. It's hard to judge time sometimes on a live stream. Also curious, guys, if you're a creator, if you create, what type of mediums do you like to work in? Are you digital? Are you more traditional? Watercolor, paint, or acrylic, oil, spray paint? We've had a lot of different artists in today, and I would love to hear what you like to create and how you like to create. I really enjoy making paint. Karen makes bread. Cool. I just do drawing tips. I don't think it's dumb. I'm curious how much my mic cuts out this noise because I'm just using my phone mic. You say it is. Well, sometimes. um, because I was trying to play music in the room and we learned that it was completely cutting out the music, no matter how loud I had it. So basically the music's just for me now, to be able to hear. But like the scraping noises, like, does it pull those out too? Curious. Maybe someday I'll be able to get a fancy microphone. You can hear them. Okay, you can hear the scraping noise. I kind of want them to be heard. Just because to me that's like cool. Like it's part of the it's kind of weird to not hear it and just have just my talking. Okay. I think one more mix of this because I'm seeing what I consider to be a little bit of threading, meaning you see little like threads of a lighter color working through. So I'm gonna give it one more go around here to kind of try to even that out a little bit. Okay, and then we have to figure out what color's next. You handled Girly's request? Okay, good. I saw the text but couldn't hop over shrubs to see it. I'm sure other people, our daughter's working right now on looking for employment, and there are so many scam things out there now. I'm sure if you've looked for a job, you've had that issue too. So figuring it out. Like, it's hard enough to find a real job, much without those in there. And then you throw in having to find out, is this a scam or not? Okay. There we go. I think that's got this color really well. Guys, we are one like away from 30. That will be like an all-time high for my streams. So if one of you hasn't liked yet and you're enjoying it, I greatly appreciate it. It'd be super cool of you. To double tap, hit 30. It'd be nuts. Nuts, I tell you. I don't have anything cool planned though. Oh, thank you. Whoever just hit likes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You were the goat. That is like creepy. Okay, almost all scraped in here. This one's a little grittier than others, so it makes a little more scrapey noise. Some of them go like super buttery smooth. This pigment's a little gritty. It has an attitude. Used to work on the street. Eh, 31, like I'm like, guys, I'm getting blown away by that. That is like, you guys are so cool. Coffee sip. Now to put this puppy into the container. And we have to decide a new color. We gotta decide what I feel like. I don't need to do any blues today. We haven't done a blue. Could do a yellow. We haven't done a yellow on stream. That would be kind of fun. Lemon ochre, I know I've got to do. I'm gonna have to change my Streamlabs messages. I think it's hilarious that it kicks on when I'm not even using Streamlabs, but when I am using Streamlabs, when I'm at the desk and using the computer, then it goes. If it gets any grittier, I will have to check out. This is the last gritty one. We'll do a nicer one next. I find it interesting, different pigments behave so differently. Three more likes to 35. Oh my goodness. Wow. Goodness. I'm gonna bring this a little more in. This is a little thin. And they all come to different consistency. Okay. Woo! I want to be able to get regular cobalt as well in this. And I do, but I do we kind of avoid talking about religion because I want to let everybody feel welcome in my stream. So so I also found I'm gonna speak very quickly on this that it's very difficult to have good conversations about politics, religion, and those types of things online because you can't hear people tone, you don't understand them, and when you know them in real person, in real life, and you can sit down, and have those conversations face to face over coffee, they are so much more productive. So, just FYI, and I'm going to leave it there. Victoria Green done. We got to clean, and then we will go and pick the next color, which is going to be yellow. I think it's going to be lemon ochre. We'll go over and look and see which ones I have to do. Maybe I'll let you guys vote a little bit. So think about what color you might like to see. We don't have any blues or reds. Well, okay, I take that back. We have reds because we have Venetian reds. So I don't have any oranges. So oranges off the table. Oranges are all done. I don't have oranges or blues, but all the other colors are available. I accidentally hit the button. There we go. Cleaning time. We're back to sync content. I am really glad I cleaned the counter before I went live today, guys. I straightened all this up. most paint days, like my first task I do in the morning is I come in and I clean and I straighten up the kitchen and I get it ready so that I'm not working around things. I am going to show you guys something I learned today. I'm not going to give away any trade secrets. But we're gonna take a field trip over to the stove. One more like, oh my goodness, to 35. Wow. Streamlabs is chatty because there's a lot more chat. Okay, so I made a new batch today of medium. Here it is. See? Right here. It went together great. It is like the clove oil is still so like lovely and strong. It smells incredible. Here, you may bring it closer so you guys can smell it. Can you smell it now? Can you smell it? It smells really, really good. Um, Normally I use my immersion blender when I'm making it. Today I used this guy to do it. Oh my word, game changer. My life has changed. Um, I made it this way, like, because I normally make it right here. And I like have to let it set because my immersion blender puts so many bubbles in it that it needs to sit and get the bubbles out. And I was like, oh, I'll go ahead and make it because I've got enough to like kind of last for today, but I'll have it for tomorrow. And it's already ready to use. Okay, so let's look and see what colors I need to make. So you guys can kind of know what we're looking at. I don't think, let's go. Okay, we're going back over here. Coming back over here. I don't think I have Luron. Rocker made. Yeah, it's a brown. Okay. So the only one I need to make of this guy, and I'll have this one finished, is the Luron Raw Umber. So that's a brown, as the name sounds. Out of this guy, I need to make slate, gray, and Luron Raw Sienna Light. So those two, and I don't have Roman black either. So it would be a black, a gray, another brown. Out of this guy, I haven't done Venetian red, yellow ochre, lemon ochre. I haven't done most of these, and I've got to order Italian dark ochre to get that ready. Okay, guys, remind me before we end stream, I need to order Italian dark ochre. Do not let me forget the Italian dark ochre. I'm trusting you, chat, that you will help remind me that I need to order that. The violet hematite is kind of cool. Because it's a really cool color because it's a deep brown ochre, but you see like little bits of purple coming out of it. So I got to do that one. And I have all of these are done. I know that. So those are the colors. So go ahead in chat. Which one do you want to see me make? Do you want everything I promised to remind you? Thank you guys. You're the best. If I order it today, it'll get it here in time. That is the big thing. But I have to do it today. Okay, so do we want to do a brown, a black, yellow, red, or green next? So go ahead and put it in the chat. Even better if you put an emoji of the color you want to do. That would be like really fun. What a like post a frog, post a thing. Maybe a minute and think about it, let you look at the page. Do the one that'll finish my group. Oh, okay. So the one up here, this one, so that one's completely done. I love how it wants to focus on my thing. I need you to focus on the paper. So you think Lubron Raw Umber, so you're voting that one. Black. Okay, so Roman Black. Roman Black is fascinating. Cassel Earth is another one that's in the black family. It is I like to think of it, it is pretty much the brown black mascara of paint, of pigments, because it like sits at that intersection of the two. Um, so so we have those two colors, Castle Earth, Roman Black. I already have black oxide done. um, umber. I don't think I have any content out with any of my black pigments too. So that could be an interesting one because, like, normally I try to think about bright colors. Maybe I need love brown black mascara. Maybe I'll do Castle Earth here and I will do Roman Black and I'll do Roman Black though later as a short and put it out. And I could do it with this on Paint It Black. That could be really fun because I need to make a short. I don't have any shorts for this week. I didn't have any shorts last week either. I've been busy actually working on things rather than content. Uh, I think that'll work. I think that's what we'll do. We'll do Castle Earth now, and I'll do Roman Black as a short. And that means you guys, if you hit that bell to get notified, you'll know as soon as I get it up. Now, I will probably make the paint today and then maybe have it out tonight. Um, but it may be tomorrow before I get it done. Okay. So you guys are seeing my little secret here. This is what blacks are. We are getting Castle, and I'll go right here. So let's take Castle Earth in. So it looks really brown here. Most pigments look a hair lighter and then deepen. I can go put this one away. Here real quick. We're letting everything dry. We'll take a field trip. I'll go put this away over here. You can tell which pigments I never got around to putting in their nicer containers. They're all sitting right here loose. Um, I'll put these over here. Okay. Yeah, life gets that way. We're going to put away purple real quick. Purple's here, right there. Barite goes with titanium white right here. There we go. Put away. Okay. Trying to give myself a moment to let those things dry just a little bit more in the sink. Grab the coffee. And we are back over to the paint making area. So it looks like it's time to wipe off my board over here. There we go. That is wiped off. Life gets that way, doesn't it? Okay, so now we are ready to do Castle Earth. Let's go ahead and write our label. There we go, label written. Okay, I'm just gonna stick that there so I have a spot to set my plate. Get that. Okay, clean them or dry the muller. It is clean. I'm drying it right here, and we are ready. Palette knife. That's had a moment to dry. Label on. Getting ready to make another watercolor here. This is Castle Earth. If you're just tuning in, I kind of talked about how I see this as the brown black mascara because it kind of sits at the intersection of the two colors, which is pretty cool, of brown and black. Um, it is an earth pigment, so like ochres and that type of thing. So it's not from oxides or any of the other types of pigments. This is a natural organic. Okay, let's put this in. I haven't made any of this, so we are going to go with the larger amount. Doing double teaspoons here. Yeah, I'm gonna clean this guy and I'm gonna use it. Because it's easy. I can get it in the thing. Where did you go? Oh, there's the other palette knife. It's like, where did you go, other palette knife? If I do it like this, I don't make as much as a mess. There's one. We gotta do 4 of these. So we're doing 2 teaspoons. There's 2. Count along with me if you want in chat. All staff meeting for the next while. Oh, hope you have hope the all staff meeting is fun, Shops. I hope it is interesting and is more than just what could have been an email. There's 3. Last one. You guys ready? Last one. This is 4. And 4. Welcome back. I love the stars. I love that star emoji. Next, make our little volcano hole. Now we add the secret sauce. Secret sauce time. And then I sit and wait and let it drip. Drip, 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 drip. Do, 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 do. One more drip. One more drip. Drip. There we go. Now let's combine this. Palette knife time. Palette knife acquired. Feels like we're gonna need to add a little more. Look how thick that is. Seeing the difference in pigments here. Look at this. You guys see how like thick that is? We are going to need to add a little more medium. Not as much as you think though, because it will work in. And it's kind of funny. It's gonna say tight like that, and then it'll suddenly like loosen up as we mull. So that's a mistake people can make at this stage, is adding too much. We're just gonna add another 1/4 teaspoon to this. You can already see how much it's changed just from that 1/4 teaspoon. It looked like instant coffee. It kind of does. Yeah. I am working to get um grounds from one of our like spent grounds from one of our local coffee shops to work on making pigment from that. 'Cause I think that could be really fun too. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and start mulling this. I may still need to add a little more medium. I want to feel it first because it does tend to loosen up, as I said. And I don't want to like, it's a lot easier to make it looser. Karen, you may want to mute for a moment. This is going to be a little scrapey for a little bit. It is way easier to thin than to thicken back up. It's a beautiful, rich, like you can kind of see that like really dark chocolate kind of color. As these clumps work out, it'll thin up a little bit more. You may want to add just a teeny bit more medium in here. Cassel Earth is technically true by the pigment designation a black. Browns are PBR. This is a PBK, in case you were wondering too. Okay. Okay, I'm watching like my my focus is having fun with my hand moving. It's like going wom, 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 a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. I'm just filming on my phone because it's what is allowing me to live stream right now. My other setup, which I could do a fixed focus, but it would be a lot less mobile, um, isn't wanting to work great. Like I've had a lot of problems with it. So look at the section. Sign we're getting good mulling if it's doing that. We're getting there. Still is a little thick. What's that? Just I'm gonna add about 1/8 of a teaspoon now. Just a teeny bit more right there. We'll work that in. Just a teeny bit more. And that feels great now. Oh, that like the difference that just said it right. Cool. Super cool. You see the section. Really funny. Okay. Okay. I'm going to scrape in just because it's getting a little too close to the edge and getting a little difficult to work with. Okay. Feeling pretty good. You guys can see that it's compared to some of the others, it still is thicker, but it is definitely at a workable consistency. You don't want to add too much of the medium to it because when it dries, and this sounds so counterintuitive, but when it's got too much of the medium, when it dries, it becomes kind of brittle. It's like backwards from what you'd think it would be. Too much pigment and it's gummy. Too much or too little pigment. Too well, the opposite makes it makes it kind of brittle and thick. But yeah, this will have it together. I think this may be our last color for the day on stream. I have to see what time it's at. Maybe I'll get one more in. Thank you guys so much for being here, hanging out with me today. I hope you're having a wonderful day where you are. It is a great day here. It's rainy, I'm cozy inside. I am dry. The roof isn't leaking. Getting to make paint and see all these cool colors, getting to hang out with you. It's made it a really great day. It's so funny the way he keeps dancing. I'm gonna have to just chase it all around. Okay, we are ready to bottle this. I mull just a teeny bit more. Sometimes I see an air bubble and I think it's a clump that needs to be taken care of. It's just an air bubble. There we go. Okay. Let's put this in the bottle. A lovely Cassel Earth bottle right here. Got to scrape it in. Strip it in, strip it in. Let it begin. Okay. There we go. Let's get her in the bottle. Set the bottle there. Just wanted to sit up in the top. Go down, go down. There we go. You can see how much thicker this is. There we go. There we are. Cassel Earth in the bottle. Put the lid on. It's ready to join the others right over there. We're back to the sink. We have been hanging out for a little while. It's been a lot of fun. I kind of like the real time work with me kind of stuff. Let's bring everybody over for the sync time. We're going over. We're going for a trip in our favorite rocket ship. Um, there we go. Sync time, sync content. Um, we can hang out while you're doing other things, and I get to hang out with you, which is super cool. Okay, is that clean? Call it night time. Ooh, it's getting a little hot. What else do I have to clean? Clean you. There's, it's really dark. We hit 35 likes, guys. That is so awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks for all of you. Okay. Turn off the water. I think we have time for one more color. So the sun is coming out. The sun is actually out for a moment. Can you guys see it in the sink right there? The sun? Ooh. I say we'll finish it. We'll do that Luberon. Which one is it? Raw umber. So we're going to the browns. I think these are all just PBKs. Yeah, they're all PBKs. Okay. Where are the browns? Here we are. Raw umber. There we are. PBR 7 right there. See? Okay, we'll do one more. This will be the last one for the day. 36. Oh my goodness, guys. 36 likes. We will finish up with this one, and that'll have that set done. I can mark that off. Does anybody remember what color I need to order? You're supposed to remind me about? Okay. There we go. Warm up the coffee for a second. Actually, I'm going to take a quick break here for just a moment. I will be right back. You guys, can you babysit my stuff for just a minute? Here, I will set you over here and you can watch everything dry. See the little bit of sun coming in. Let me know. Make sure it all behaves over here for me. I will be right back. Okay. How's it drying in here? Lottie had to go out, so she's out right now. I'm gonna have to let her back in just a second. We're almost dry. We're getting there. She funny watching things dry in the sink. Well, I mean, it was the most interesting option I had for you guys in the while I had to step away for a moment. So it was like, I'm like, what do I have that would be even remotely fun? At least you can see the sun coming in. There's some sun reflecting. There's my little plant. Okay, let's go see if Lottie's ready to come in. You guys can go with me for this. We'll go back to the front room, let her in. Let's see. I see a little puppy. Everybody say hi to Lottie. She is my good dog. I'm going to set you down while I unclip her because it takes 2 hands. There we go. Now she runs. She's off. She's got her emotional support frisbee. You guys want to see this because she is a tiny little dog. I'm going to close the door up here because this is entertaining. Is Lottie with her emotional support frisbee. You guys ready? She loves the big frisbee. We have tried to get her a smaller frisbee. She does not like the smaller frisbees. She wants the full size one. And she has to walk around the house holding her frisbee. So that's why we call it her emotional support frisbee. So have a good giggle. That is my little assistant. Okay, Lubron Raw Umber. Okay, double checking. Making sure I have the right pigment. I've written the right label. We are good. That double check is done. Let's get the things out of the sink. Okay, mulling plate drawing. There you guys go. There's the mulling plate. Let's get it a little better angle there. Because I like to have it where I can read chat. I can zoom in. I can't zoom out. Okay, cool. That's what I needed to know. Yes, things, dry them off. Okay, drying my Muller. Muller dried. Half teaspoon. Dry. Small pellet knife, dry. Large pellet knife, dry. We've got all of our things. We are ready. Let's get to it. Umber. So I'm gonna do another 2 teaspoon load with this just because I don't have it as a color. I need to use the other palette knife. I don't want powder on that. So we got to do 4. 1, 2, 3. And yes, I do have to count out loud because otherwise I lose count. I have found that out way too many times that I'm like, I gotta put it all back in and remeasure. And 4. The lid on all the way because we don't want another Prussian blue incident of 1984 to happen again. Because we all know, we see the evidence in the carpet in there, the Prussian blue accident, Prussian blue incident. Looks like brown is still on one of those knives. Probably it'll be okay. Oh, this guy is rusted a little bit. It's not dirty. Okay, now 2 teaspoons. It's a hair shy, so we're gonna add a little bit more. There we go. Right there. And let's combine. Umbers and siennas are always interesting to me because they come from the same thing. Yeah, and all those shades right there. And it's just a matter of how warm you get them. So I'm always really careful because I do use a dehydrator when those colors are in there to make sure I don't turn up my heat because I have a heat control on my dehydrator so I can keep it cold, just keep the air moving. This is a little thick. It's not enough to where I want to add anything to it, but it's feeling a little thick. It's not double C thick, guys. We are at 39 likes, guys. If you're enjoying this and haven't liked, can we hit 40? That would be super, super cool. All you have to do is double tap the screen. Karen, give you the warning. This one's a little scratchy too. I know you don't like the scratchy noises. It is so soothing to watch. It's so soothing to do. Kamikaze. I really enjoy making paint and making watercolor. Oh my gosh, 41 likes. I have to stop for a second. This is like blowing me away a little bit, guys. So many of you have shown up today, and that has just been like super, super cool. I am so thankful. Um, as a creator, when you see that, because like I've had streams lately that haven't even gotten 41 views. And so to get 41 likes, so cool. So, so cool. Thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. Really. I'm being so, so, so sincere. I mean, like, I'm blown away right now. So our last one that we just did, the Castle Earth, hopefully you can see how much darker that one was. Oh, thank you, Karen. That is super sweet. Super, super sweet. I'm new to your stream. I'll definitely be sure to check out your channel. Thank you so much, Kamikaze. Been doing this, believe it or not, I am almost April 16th will be 10 years on YouTube. Now I've taken breaks. My content has changed. It's all been art. When I do sketchy, I am making watercolor paint. I am mulling it right now. That means I've combined pigment and medium, and now I am making them come together into a beautiful paint. Uh, and started off the first streams focused mainly on adult coloring. I pivoted that to be more about just color pencils, just because I really enjoy color pencils as a medium. I'm getting ready to display at a gallery, like an actual like show at local college here. One of my pieces, I've never done that before, so it's going to be new. Um, it's one that Prismacolors like featured on their Instagram and stuff years ago. Um, and then I found out that, like, I read that article like everybody did like a year ago about microplastics. And I was like, and I started looking at like my art supplies and art kits and everything. And I pivoted then to be like, I really want to have less plastics in my life and wanted to less like petrochemicals and petroleum products and stuff like that. So long story short, ended up here making paint. Like my packaging that I use with this does not use any plastics, single-use plastics in it at all. For my what I sell it. So like my little half pans, when I have it in half pans, those are cast plaster. My mediums don't have any. I pick pigments that do not have any petroleum byproducts in them. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing. It's gonna brush out. I know. And I have found like I am so much happier now with like I really love making paint. I've found that this is one of my favorite things to do. Um, as well as, I've taken breaks on this channel. And so the fact that I even get any views considering that I've taken breaks and what basically in some of those breaks were long, revived a channel to actually be somewhat like is a big deal on YouTube. And I'm here. I'm still here. So I like to support artists on their creative journey. And where if you're a creator, that's super cool. And I use a very broad definition when I say creator. Like if you create paint, if you create art, if you create really cool spreadsheets, that to me is creative. So welcome. Glad you're here. Glad you guys are all here today. It has been super fun. And now the sun is out. Like, how crazy is that? We were rainy. I know you've been hanging out today. You've gotten to see it. They've gotten to see all the colors, all of them. I'll do a recap here in a minute. I'll pull them all over. What's the different ones we've done today? We're gonna have a black short. I'm gonna be making a short using Roman black. And so it'll either come out tonight or tomorrow morning, depending on when I get it finished. Thank you, Terry, over on Etsy for the purchase. That's super cool. I just bought a swatch chart. I also found that I really wanted to be able to branch out into more physical products. I mean, that's so I wasn't reliant on just income from content creation. It's really easy to get burnt out as a content creator. Because you are by yourself a lot and you have to do a lot of jobs, especially when you're small. Like I'm the only person here. I'm the only one doing work. Hi, Kamikaze. I always like watching creators who enjoy it. They do, yes. Too many copycats out there. Yeah. If I was doing this for I laugh. I laugh really hard because it's like if I was doing that for view, this would not be the niche. Okay, anybody else getting a little bit like if you're like me, you're getting a little over um AI thumbnails on YouTube. Like creators that I've known for a long time are starting to use them and I'm like I just don't even want to like click on them, yeah. So, this is I forget some of these colors and it's so nice. You're over them too? Yeah, AI unfortunately has taken over. Um, and it's like creators I've known and I've enjoyed their content, like it has actually de-incentivized me from clicking on it to watch it. I kind of want to go back and technically I guess this would be an AI thumbnail as well. I want to go back to the days on YouTube where you just let it where you just let it auto pick a frame from your video to be the thumbnail. I'm like again, that's kind of creator burnout talking there, but it's like a real frame from the video. This is what I'm gonna watch. Like the thumbnail for this guy that I did. Yes, okay, good. I'm not the only one who was like, I would love that YouTube to be back to that. Was a photo that I took while I was making paints for social media, and it was a vertical photo. Like that was the reason why it's the thumbnail for this one. I didn't actually do that color today. But you can see it's this countertop, this ancient Formica countertop, that's in my kitchen that desperately needs to be redone. It's an old kitchen. I love it because my house is sturdy, my house is strong, but yeah, it's a little dated. Um, and my other stuff, like you can see, it's on my desk. Like I have a butcher block desk that I work off of. And you'll see it. You see it in the Etsy pictures. They're actually, yeah. So that is where I am with that. Yeah, I try to avoid them. I feel like there's there are good uses and bad uses for technology, right? The technology in and of itself is a neutral thing. It's how it's used that gives it good and bad value. Um, and I feel like good things, how to fold proteins so that maybe we can find cures for cancer. Okay, that's probably a good use. That's like running calculations, right? And then but replacing the creative process, is that what we really want? So So anyway, that's my thoughts. I don't have, again, I have opinions. Everybody has opinions, just like belly buttons. Unless you're Kyle XY, you don't have a belly button. Um, I can honestly tell you too that I've taken the approach to content creation. It's been really freeing for me to do it this way, to simplify. Like doing live streams like this is so much easier than doing a full-on edited video where I can just show up, I can talk with you guys. I still get to show, teach, share my love of what I'm doing. But it's like the rawest form of getting that material out. And I like that. Like I like not having to remove the barriers, I guess is the best way to put that. That it's straightforward. I hit a button. I went live. And it's on my phone. I'm all about free thinking. Tech should be a tool, not a replacement. Yeah, exactly. If anybody here has not watched Eddie Burback's video that he did about AI delusion and stuff like that, like great watch right there. He's a great creator. I enjoy what he does, but it's a really, really good book. Now he's using an old model of GPT at this point. But just seeing how quickly it devolves into creating delusion and wanting to foster that in somebody it was crazy. Okay, this is our last color. I need to ask you guys, I'm going to give you, we'll have a moment for you guys to respond. This is our last color. Do you want one more moment of sync content while we clean? Or do we call it here after I finish the paint? If you guys want more sync content, we will do sync content. I am doing this like totally wrong to get the camera to capture it. I'm realizing that. How many weird positions can I get into trying to let you guys be able to see what's going on? It's up to you. Are you painting Easter eggs? Nope. I'm making paint. Oh, or am I just doing it in general? I'm not doing any Easter eggs this year, I don't think. I may. I honestly have die kits from last year's Easter still in my credenza. I don't mind another. But that's all up to you. You guys are so kind. These are being super nice. Thank you. Okay, here we'll go through. I will go through all the colors that we did today. 45 likes, guys. Holy crap. Holy crap. Let's go through. We'll look through the colors. We'll do sync content and then we will finish. Yeah, don't forget to boil them. Yeah. Oh no. That makes life interesting. We'll go over here. One more sync content, then we will do a wrap up with the colors that I got done today. Here we are, sync content. Look at the sun streaming in the window right here. 46 likes. Guys, if we hit 50, that would be like nuts. Before I get off, I would. Okay, there's the Muller clean. Palette knife 1 clean. Well, and I have two clean in the plate. 48 likes. Oh my gosh, I'm glad I didn't just drop this last plate. I don't need to break my plate. Okay. There's that clean. I'm looking to this. Okay. So let's go do our recap. Dry the hands off. We'll see all the pretty colors that we made today on stream because we did a lot. 49 likes. Oh my gosh, guys. You guys are so cool. You guys are beyond cool. Okay. I'm just going to set the camera right up here in front of me. Here, I'll make it to where you don't see a leg. Okay. So what we just did, we were on raw umber. Nice little brown right there. Before that, we did Cassel Earth, a brown black. Let's turn them this way. They may try to roll, but we'll see. We did Victoria green. They're beautiful, soft, translucent green. We did ultramarine violet. They're really pretty purple. And barite, 5 paints done on stream today. That's a good amount. I don't think I didn't do chromium oxide on stream. I did that before. Here, you guys want to see the other colors I did today? I did this guy. This was before stream. I did chromium oxide green. 50 likes. Holy cow. Oh my gosh, you guys are so cool. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Thank you, guys. You were so cool. I mixed some Mayan red. I did a little bit of Mars orange. And I did this guy right here. That's what I did before stream. So that's actually a good amount of paint in one day. I'm almost to 10. So when we do the Cassel Earth or the Roman Black, that'll be 10 paints done today. So pretty cool. Pretty good day. Pretty good work. That's gonna be it for the day though. I'm gonna go get a snack to eat. I'm getting hungry. It has been so awesome getting to hang out with you. I have plenty more paints to make, so I will probably be live again tomorrow doing paints. So it'll probably be around the same time because that's about when I'm ready to stream. So I would love to have you join me again tomorrow. We will do more lovely colors. There will be yellows. Yellows will be involved tomorrow. And Venetian red will also be in that because I gotta get that Venetian red done. And that violet hematite, which I told you guys about too, was like super cool. Don't forget to order pigment. Thank you. Italian dark ochre needs to be ordered. Guys, that is it. Thank you so much. You have been super cool today. And I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. And oh yeah, on the short. I will be working on the short here in a little bit. So anyway, that is it. So great. Love you guys. See you later. See you tomorrow, hopefully.